Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here, and welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today is Sunday, it's August 7th. So welcome to Sunday. I always start Sunday in a kind of a gentle way. I always think of it as a day to kind of regroup what's happened last week and think about the week ahead, and maybe do some meditation in the morning, and then I'm going out for a walk later today and get into nature. Go to the gym later. Just try to, use it as a day to rejuvenate and regroup. And how do you spend Sunday? Maybe you do it a little more active. Maybe you go out for a hike, or you spend time with family or friends. Be really nice to know what everyone's doing today. So hope whatever it is, you have a great time. So anyway, I'm here with my cup of tea this morning. I always start my day with a cup of tea. I have my Taiwanese green tea today. It's really, really good. And this is my tea for the day. So grab yours, grab a cup of tea or coffee, and let's go through the news and some stories today that I think will make you feel good. So we need that with the news, don't we? But anyway, starting with Belgium. Yesterday, there was a knife attack. 2 police officers were attacked by a young person again. They actually shot him and he was killed. But it just reminds us that this battle against terrorism is not over, and it continues on a daily basis all around the world. But this was in Belgium yesterday, south of Brussels. So in South Africa, the elections are still going on, but one dramatic step yesterday was that the opposition to the ruling ANC party won the capital city, Pretoria. And we actually have some women in our community from South Africa who sent an email to say just how complicated this election is, but how, it's really showing an evolution in democracy in the country, and maybe it's time for some change. But thanks for coming back, by the way, and commenting on that. It was really nice to know we've got women in South Africa and all around the world. So in Thailand, and I know we have women in Thailand, there's an election today, and it's for a new constitution put forward by the military. Now, the military took over in Thailand a couple of years ago, but this is a formal election, referendum to accept a brand new constitution. It includes some fairly dramatic actions, like putting together like a non-elected group of 250 a member Senate, and the people supporting the referendum say that it's going to bring order and fight corruption in Thailand. But the people opposed to it are saying that it's really another way for the military to get an even stronger hold in the country. So Thailand is in transition today as well, so we'll think about them. In the States, the election, of course, is the big news, and Donald Trump is moving forward after a fairly tough week in the press, and Hillary Clinton is still talking about her email story, but she has leaped ahead 10 points in the election. So, this is such early days. It's hardly, in many ways, worth reporting, because it literally changes every hour. But it's big news, and a moment in United States history that a lot of people are reflecting on. Important. So, of course, in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, the Olympics got started yesterday in force, and there were 12 gold medals to be won, and people were still kind of not recovering, but celebrating from the night before, where the opening ceremony just showed a world united. And for me, this is one of the big things of the Olympics. It gives people a chance to just acknowledge greatness and humanity in every part of the world. So there were some highlights I just wanted to mention. And by the way, I don't think every day I'm going to go through the list of gold medalists and who won what. I think I'm going to focus, if it's okay with you, on the highlights and maybe a couple of stories of special awards, things that somehow had a story behind them that was unique. But anyway, a couple of things that I happened to notice yesterday, covering the evening event of the opening and then yesterday. So Giselle Bundchen is a beautiful model, and she, as they say, went for gold on the opening night. She looked stunning. She had a beautiful gold shimmery dress on, and she did her walk all the way through the stadium to the stage, and a big hit on the internet. She looked great and really, represented, it's her home country, Brazil. So she, represented the girl from Ipanema, legend. Iran actually had they did the march around the stadium, and Iran had a woman for the first time carrying their flag. Very momentous moment. And then in the States, of course, Michael Phelps carried the United States flag. One of the big hits was the Tongan flag bearer. He was this very young, handsome model from Tonga who was literally wearing just the Tonga national outfit, but his top was, he was naked, and his top, and he was wearing oil. He was oiled all over, and very nice physique. So he got a lot of attention on the internet. I don't know whether he or Giselle got the most, but you know how funny we are about these types of celebrity acknowledgements. But he carried the Tongan flag and looked interesting. He looked good. And then the other thing I was going to, there's a mother and son pair that are going to be competing in the shooting event. And there was a great story about, the mother's job is to annoy her son. So she's going to do her best to win in that event. But they're actually on the same team fighting, or same country, but they're, competing with each other. So I think that's kind of fun. We'll see who wins that one. But the first gold medal of the event, I will mention, was a U.S. Teenager. Her name was Virginia Thrasher. She won the very first gold medal. So well done, Virginia. She won it in the 10-meter air rifle event. Some of these great events, we're going to cover that in another story, but she did great. And first gold medal, many, many more to come. So we'll be reporting on those each day. So a couple more things. I wanted just to cover one story. There's a kind of a fun story for you folks that live in Michigan, and that kind of corridor from Michigan through Alabama is a 600-mile, flea market going on today. And I don't know what you've got planned for your Sunday, but if you live on that, Highway 127, 690 miles of that highway is going to feature flea markets all along. So you can buy, clothes and bric-a-brac and jewelry and I guess, unique antiques and all kinds of things. But apparently it's been going on since 1987. And if you're anywhere along that 670-mile route, go for it. Go out and see what you can find. And you'll probably meet all kinds of wonderfully eclectic and wonderful people selling their items along the way. So that's in the United States. The world's longest yard sale is how it's being promoted. So that's really fun. So I do have a feel-good story for you. And this one really touched my heart. It's a story about a dog, a stray dog. Okay, here's the deal. There's a man, his name is Dion Leonard. He's a marathon runner. He's an extreme marathon runner. He doesn't just do the 20-mile runs. He does uphill mountains, deserts. He does all kinds of extreme mountain running. And he was on it's a 4-stage race, and he was in China for a week of running across the Gobi Desert and then up the mountains, and a very tough run, 23 miles over the course of a week. Okay, so while he was running one day, on the first day, in fact, he noticed this little dog following him. And it was this little stray dog. And he looked at it and kept running, and then thought, wow, the other runners started to drop off, but the dog kept going. And this little dog just ran with him the whole way. And it was just so sweet. There's a video, I'll send you the link to it, but there's a video of this little scrappy dog running alongside this runner. And they got, at the end of the first day, they got to the place where they sleep overnight, the tents. And this little dog ran up to the tent, snuggled up with with Dion, and he said that was it. He lost his heart to this tiny dog. And he thought the next day the dog would disappear, but of course he didn't. And he completed the 23-mile run with this runner. And of course he called him Gobi, and they've become now best of friends. And he lives in Scotland, Dion, and he wanted to bring the dog back to Scotland. But of course it costs a lot of money with all the legal fees. 4 months of being in incubation, but he's gone for it. And he did one of these GoFundMe campaigns, and he raised about £12,000 to bring Gobi to Scotland, to Edinburgh. I just think it's the cutest story. And actually, I will show you this picture of this dog now. It's going to make the screen do something funny, but I'll really quickly show you Gobi so you can see what this little dog was like. So there's Gobi. Isn't he cute? I know that turns the screen a bit yellow there, but I just wanted to show you Gobi because I thought he was so sweet. And the duo now have become inseparable. So let's see, hope that is home for Christmas in Edinburgh with Dion and Gobi. Great story. But, I know that pets mean a lot to a lot of women in our community. So bring them along to Mornings with 60 and Me. Have them sit there and watch with you and tell us about them. It's really my question for the day. And that is, do you have a pet who has captured your heart? Tell us about him or her in the comment section below. Which little pet has captured your heart? And I look forward to speaking with you all again tomorrow on Mornings with 60 and Me. Have a fabulous Sunday. Hope you have a great day. And we'll see you all again tomorrow morning. Take good care, everyone.